Welcome to Demetrius Tanase, the yacht design channel where we explore the elegance, innovative styling, and techniques that shapes the world of luxury boating. Hello again, I'm Demetrius Tanase, and I'm a yacht designer. And throughout this series, I will take you through the journey of designing a 70-meter superyacht. We already did a list of the design process. We break down that list in all the steps we need to take to deliver the complete design, and also we fill the brief. This was the first step on our process. We fill the brief for the 77-meter yacht design project with all the information we believe that are important for defining the exterior design of the yacht and the general arrangement. Now on this video, we will decide on the spaces in relationship with the decks. We will design where the most important spaces are located on the yacht. So let's start. I believe this process is very important because you define all the spaces on the yacht, and it will save a lot of time during the styling sketches, because if you have decided where all the main important areas are located on the yacht, you will design and style accordingly to your layout. So for example, if you have the owner's suite on the main deck, or if you have the owner's suite on a dedicated owner's deck, this will affect the exterior styling a lot. So that's why I like on my projects to start with this process first, because it gives me a guideline, a very important guideline during the styling sketches, on which, to be honest, I can't wait to start. So let's finish this quickly and start sketching. I usually like to do this on a piece of paper, but it can be done on a tablet or even on a computer using drawing software. I even know people that were doing this in Paint, if you can imagine. But every tool is okay if the results are of quality. So let's start. First of all, let's have some lines defining our decks. I like to use a ruler, a scale ruler actually. This is I will use a 1 to 200 scale for this project because it's a big boat, so we need to work on scale. So we have a 70-meter yacht, but usually for this stage, it's not required to be so exact with the dimension, but it gives a little bit of proportions. But in the end, I will not focus much on the dimensions of the spaces for now, because now I just want to understand where the spaces are located. For example, the owner's suite, if we have a dedicated deck, or it will be on the main deck. But we will explore this on different variation on these profile sections. Now I'm defining the height of the decks, but they're not, they're approximately. So basically, after the brief, after the step when you defined the specification of the project, There are two ways you can start the project. You either start with the styling sketches, or with this defining of spaces on the profile view. I like this version better, especially if we have a lot more information about the project and about the requirements of the client, the desired spaces, if you want a sun deck, or he may want a dedicated owner's deck. So you will know what spaces he required and on which deck. So this will help a lot on developing the styling sketches. If it's a project for speculation or a concept you want to develop, it's okay if you can start directly with sketches after the brief, and then incorporate this in the development of the styling sketches. You need to know where the spaces are located, so it will help you, and you will save some time after. If you do this after you decided the styling of the yacht, and then you decide to move things around, it will take some time to redo a lot of drawings. So I believe this is a good starting point. So on the first part of the yacht, we will have the mooring equipment, an anchor, the tender garage, I like the position of the tender garage on the main deck in the front of the yacht, because in the back we can save some spaces for the beach club. So we will have in the center a main foyer with the elevator, and also the crew area on the lower deck, engine room, beach club, on the lower deck. So on this first variation, I will put the owner's suite on the main deck, and with the main saloon. Okay. On top, we will put the bridge deck with the wheelhouse. And captain's room. Also with a saloon. On top, we can have a complete sun deck. So pretty much this is it with this version. You can add as much as information as possible. Also, for example, on the lower deck we can put the gym area and the spa area. Also, you can go into much more detail by defining where the bathroom of the owner's suite are. So for these options, I will put it just as an example on the front of the yacht. Okay, and pretty much this is it. So the first version. Let's do the second version. We'll do the same. These sketches can be refined also and showed to the client. At the end of the video, I will define the variation I will go forward with, and show you how they can be shown to the client. It's important that the client is involved in the project from the start, so you save a lot of time, and also the client's time. Also, for this option, we will go also with the mooring in the front, the tender garage. We will define the spaces we know, the main foyer. We'll have the crew area. Okay, we will have, because we'll have on these options an owner dedicated deck. We can move the guest on the main deck, and saving some room on the lower deck for entertainment facilities. We can have a big gym, spa, and maybe a cinema, engine room, beach club, main salon, owner salon. Because we have an owner's deck, we have to move upper deck the wheelhouse and captain. Okay, and we will have here in the aft of this deck the sun deck. It will be like a sun deck bridge deck. So let's do this is the second version. Let's do the third version. So I will go through a few variations, maybe more, and choose between them, and we will see what I will choose to use. I believe this process is very important because you have to decide and define the spaces and the location of them on the yacht, and this affects a lot the exterior styling of the yacht and how can be approached from the styling and design point of view. The design, the yacht, should also be functional. So I believe this is a very important step to be made. We developed a few variations, from which I choose 3 of them to use for further steps. So I've choose 3 versions to use for the styling sketches as guideline. The first version is a more conventional one, with the owner's suite on the main deck and the wheelhouse on a bridge deck, which leaves the sun deck opened. The second version, I place the owner's suite on a dedicated owner's deck with the guest area on the main deck. I place the wheelhouse on the sun deck. The third version, it's a little bit unusual, with the owner's suite on the main deck, with an owner open area in front of the owner's suite, like a terrace, in place of the tender garage, which I moved on the lower deck. I have also an owner's saloon and the guest area on a deck I call the guest deck, which usually is the bridge deck, but in this case I moved the wheelhouse on the sun deck. All 3 versions have an observation deck on top. To be honest, I can't wait to start the styling sketches, and we'll do that on the next video. Until next time, please subscribe, give a thumbs up for the algorithm, and comment in the section below. Let me know your opinion about this design step of the process, and if you find it meaningful. Also, take into consideration becoming a Patreon. This will help us deliver more videos and of better quality. Thank you very much for watching and for your support. Until next time, let's live the yacht design passion.